Today. Our topic will be using our Elliott oscillators, stochastic and discrete moving average to identify short-term option trades to be presented by Mr. Swadeep Nandi, who doesn't need any introduction at this point because he's been in ATMA for a time period more than any other member probably. So, about Mr. Nandi, he has graduated in economics with postgrad in business management, has more than 12 years of experience as a trader and analyst. He has been the head research and the director of algorithmic strategies for one of the biggest commodities proprietary firms in India. Now he manages his own and proprietary money based upon self-developed algorithmic strategies. We are honored to have you here and eager to begin the seminar.
Majority of you know me, so let's cut the introduction sharp. Now my topic for today, what I have written here is Elliott waves, the fractal nature. Now in any seminar, if there is a topic like Elliott waves or GAN, I am probably the first person who goes to sleep because I am not classically a believer in Elliott waves or GAN techniques. Personally, I believe that unless any technique can be back-tested extensively and some statistical edge can be taken out of it, it is impossible to trade that particular system. I have personally never traded Elliott waves or GAN in my entire life. I trade very simple systems. But the reason why I am saying this is, in the next, we have a 2-hour session, so I will be speaking about Elliott waves probably the first 10 minutes just to give you an idea that the only probably 5% of the Elliott waves which I have taken, then I have made it into a model so that it can be traded in the Indian options market. But the model can be explained in 15 minutes. I will give you 3 indicators and make the model. But why I am taking such a model, why those indicators, how does it all come together? Elliott waves in a way will kind of explain to you. Now, first I said I don't believe in Elliott waves, but Elliott waves does have a very hypnotic quality. That 5 particular waves are going up and down, and probably the only technical analysis method which gives you a resemblance of a target. So that's pretty interesting from an Elliott point of view. So at one point of our life, being technical analysts, all of us put our head to Elliott waves for at least some time. In my case, it was probably around 1.5 to 2 years, after which I got the idea that it is not possible to trade it profitably on a day-to-day basis. And those kind of very long-term forecasts, where the market will go here after 1.5 years with a 500-point stop loss on the Nifty is simply not my cup of tea. I'm an extremely short-term trader. I mean, majority trade they can run in a chance of view is probably 15 days. I can't see more than that. The trades which you are going to see today are basically say around 3 to 4 to maximum 7 to 8 day trades, not more than that. More than that options actually does not make any sense. So let's start. If you go to Elliott waves, you don't have to see this actually. Now you have a grand super cycle of some numbers, you have a super cycle. I don't know this actually, I just copied it from the net. Now then you have a cycle, primary, intermediate, and these kind of things are there. So when you are trying to do Elliott waves, the first thing you try to remember, you try to learn by rote is something like this. The reason is, interesting thing is, which you will see, any cycle is repeated on a higher time frame. That's what Elliott wave claims. The basic cycle, as you know, is something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, and 5 are impulse waves, that is in the direction of the trend. 2 and 4 are basically corrective waves. A basic 3-wave correction is something like this. That is, when the market is going up, these corrections will be in 3 waves, and this particular impulses will be in 5 waves. These are absolute basic Elliott wave techniques. 1, 3, and 5 are impulse waves. 2, 4, and D are corrective waves. A complete 8-wave cycle is something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have ABC. Then you have another wave count of another 5 waves. Now, this is where things become interesting for us. Elliott wave is fractal. This means that wave structure for the grand super cycle is the same as for the minuet. Minuet means in minutes. That is, whenever you are trying to see a pattern for the next few years, that pattern gets repeated on a minute basis also. That's what Elliott wave claims. I am not asking you to either believe it or disbelieve it at this point of time. No matter how big or small the wave may be, impulse waves take on a 5-wave sequence and corrective waves take on a 3-wave sequence. Any impulse wave subdivides into 5 smaller waves, any corrective wave subdivides into 3 smaller waves. The charts below show the fractal nature of Elliott wave in action. let me just use this. Sorry. In very simple terms, what is written out there is, let us say this is the major wave, this being 1, this being 2, this being 3, this being 4, this being 5. Elliott wave claims any impulse wave, that is 1, it will subdivide into 5. This 3 will again subdivide into 5, and this 5 will again subdivide into 5 waves. Clear? So, when you are trying to study Elliott waves, the major problem of contention between any two Elliott wave analysts, if you get 10 Elliott wave analysts, you will get 10 different views, which wave we are in and which degree we are in. That is, we are in a grand super cycle, we are in a cycle, we are in a minute, we are in a minuet. Now, this is my logic that when this particular structure is going on, it's almost impossible to predict, almost means because I can't, maybe somebody can. Impossible to predict where we are. On hindsight, when the structure has been completed for analysis, it's very easy to predict which wave and how it played out. But when the particular movement is going on, it's damn difficult to predict. And by difficult, if this was an academic discussion, I would have tried to make a prediction. But since you and I probably trade with our own money, so if we are wrong, we lose quite some money from our own pockets. So we cannot take that risk. The best risk-reward ratios are enter wave 3 in the direction of the trend, stay out of market during 4, enter wave 5. This is not my lines. These lines were given by Perry Kaufman. He wrote a book 1998, Trading System and Methods. He also studied Elliott wave probably in a much bigger way than I did. These were the only 3 points he can come up with which are actually tradable, which actually puts the risk-reward ratio to your benefit. Accuracy is not the key. The problem with trading Elliott concepts by mechanical system is that the designer must reduce the highly subjective aspect of the theory into quantifiable specific components. The goal is to find these areas of the theory that work best and design the system around it. I believe that the key is not trying to teach the machine to count Elliott waves, because like Robert Prechter, Elliott wave is always some human intervention is needed. The need for human involvement is due to the fact that Elliott wave has been traditionally used for longer term forecasting. But traders are much more. There's a difference between today's count and true count. The key to trading Elliott lies not getting hung up in the correct wave, blah blah blah. Okay, let's come here. For example, if the complete Elliott wave below, the trader mistook the bottom of wave 2, that is here, as the bottom of wave 4. Let us say I made a mistake. At this position I thought this was this. He or she would catch wave 3 instead of wave 5 and still make a good profit, because both waves 3 and